definitely the Rovers' first real chance of the game here from a free kick.
Your first real set-piece chance, I think, yes.
I mean, Cottrell's delivery the other day was pretty good, apart from one occasion where I think on commentary we backed him to put a really good delivery in and over it. But this is a good chance now, and the ball is hitting, and it's not really got enough height on it. It had about the right pace. Spur had it on the edge, and I think he tried a shot, but it ended up looking like a pass. Furman does have an effort, bobbles a couple of times in front of the keeper, but he just watches it go wide on his post. But I suppose hitting it into this ground is probably a good idea, because I mean, a second ago Cottrell had a run at the right back and the ball just kept bouncing, bobbling as he's just trying to run with it at his feet. So having a shot and getting it to bounce up in front of the keeper might be a good option today for Rovers. And Cottrell, that's a very good first touch to get him away from Bernier. Rovers, well, his second touch has just let him down a bit, but he manages still to cut it back, and in the end he's used the outside of his foot, and Fordingham's had to dive across and make a save, Chris. I think he's expecting a cross, because that's what Cottrell meant to do, but in the end he just scuffed it a little bit and it's nearly got him a goal.
Yeah, he's mishit it and it's sort of bent into the bottom corner, but he's had to punch it out for a corner, and Cottrell's going to take it. Yes, Navarro plays it. We tried to play it out left to Rooney, but Rooney missed it, and Griffin played it inside to Bennett again. Bennett inside to Coppinger, who's played it out wide. Griffin's played a great ball into... Is that a penalty? Griffin's played a fantastic long ball forward towards Furman, and Furman's got a touch before the defender, and the defender's took him out. That had to be a penalty, surely.
Yeah, well, the contact, I mean, as you say, it's the defender can't pull out, but at the same time Furman gets the touch, and there's no argument at all that the defender, I think is it Ward, I think it is.
I think Ward,
who just runs into him because he can't move out of the way. But as you say, doesn't matter. I don't think it matters that Furman may not have got a chance from it, but he's took the ball down, and I mean, there's been enough in it because the referee's had to stop a play for an head injury, so he must feel there's been contact. So why I mean, it's not like a clash of legs, it's just a full-on run into him. So yeah, I mean, Tommy Spur now just looking for some room and an option, and that option is Rob Jones, who smashes it straight into Collins, and he waits for his keeper to come before getting a push from Collins and having a few words, but standing his ground and not going to move Rob Jones, is he?
Well, he sort of just turned around and looked at Collins just before Woods got the ball, as if to say, you're not getting this ball, mate, you may as well go away. And
Griffin there's just as we praise him, he's done a very bad ball, and there's a chance here, and in the end the effort, I think, is from the right back there, McCormack, left back there, McCormack, and he's just tried an effort from about 20 yards out over on the left hand side, and he's not managed to catch Woods off guard. It's gone about 2 or 3 yards over. Now Woods are just waiting to take the goal kick as we head into the 37th minute here at the Keepmoat Stadium, and it's still Doncaster Rovers 0, Swindon Town 0 for anybody that may just have joined us. The only real noticeable chance so far, Cottrell had half a chance cutting in, it was blocked well. Furman had a shot blocked, but the biggest call of the day was a penalty appeal on Furman, who got in front of the defender Flint before, I think it was Ward, before some contact that was definitely there, because the referee stopped the play for what we thought was an head injury, but he didn't see it as a penalty. So that's the most notable chance bit of controversy so far, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah. The free kick's taken quickly. Cottrell to Griffin, who passed it back to Cottrell. Back to Griffin again. Can he get the ball in? No, he's gone back to Cottrell on the right. Cottrell, they tried to play in Griffin, but he's got this play through him. And Cottrell's won the ball back on the edge of the box. Cottrell plays it inside, and it's off the line. It's off the line. Nearly put into his own net by Flint, and it's a foul by Brown on Flint there. That was Cottrell's pressured the defender. I don't know, I think it was McCormack at left back, and he's won the ball. He's ran into the box. He's on the edge of the 6-yard box. He's played it across the box, and there's Brown coming in and 2 defenders. I don't know if it's Flint or Ward who's got the touch, but it's
both of them there. It's hit one and been cleared by the other, hasn't it? And I mean, I thought it had gone in, because I thought hitting the first one, the other one was behind the line, but the linesman was perfectly in line, so he's called it on being there. I wasn't. It's now with Byrne, who beats Spur. Spur wants a free kick, but he can't quite win it, and there's a shot on here, and there's a shot there from Parrott this time, and it's from about 30 yards, and Woods has gone all the way across, and I don't know if he's just making sure he's covered him, but he looked like he thought it was a bit closer than it was, but in the end it goes a yard or so over and a bit right towards the post, and Rovers get away with it. But that's all Swindon have been subjected to so far, just a few long shots from distance. Not really, well, they haven't got in behind once, and there's been a couple of times they've almost got in behind, but Rob Jones has always won his header away. Spur takes it quickly again, this time looks for Coppinger. Coppinger checked back, but he probably could have done with staying where he was, but Furman again quick onto it, gives it into Coppinger, back to Furman. Furman's got a chance here, he's giving it to Bennett. Bennett's hit it well. It's a good save from Ferdinand, because Bennett allowed it to come across his body, and I think, well, I'd have been expecting it to go across the keeper, and in the end he's gone at the keeper, and it's a good save in the end. But good play from Rovers, and Furman likes to break from midfield, and his first touch is normally good, which always gets him past his man.
Yeah, it's a great first touch from Furman to bring it down. It was one of them where on this pitch it could have gone anywhere, but he's managed to get it perfect.
It's going to be whipped out swinging from Cottrell. The Rovers fans respond to this. It's half a chance here for Rovers as McComb, Spursov is not up, but McComb and Jones are there, and it's Rob Jones, and it's just gone wide from Rob Jones. Or is it well, I thought actually, I'm saying that, I'm convinced that was a centre-half heading it and has almost scored an own goal there, because I think if Rob Jones heads it, the way in which he's run, he can't put it that side of the goal, because he would have headed it into the play, not away from the play. And the reaction of Rovers here, there's 4 of them asking the referee why. The linesman's getting a bit of grief, but if you can hear us, we're just going to go off for one moment on commentary and we'll be back on. We're just going to allow this free kick to come in down as a header for Rovers, and it's saved by Firlingham. If you can hear us. Anyway, it's Cottrell now. The wall's creeped about 2 yards forward, but the referee's let it go, and Cottrell's gone for the shot, and it's gone up and over. It's almost that technique that we see used by Gareth Bale, in a sense, the way in which he's got the ball to go over the wall and dip fast. It moved a little bit, and Fordingham, in the end, to his credit, has watched it all the way and parried it over. But, well, if Rovers don't get a win, they'll probably come away feeling they should have won, whereas against Coventry they felt away feeling they should have had something. So at the minute, Rovers are definitely the better side. And Flint goes up with Coppinger, which is as big a mismatch as Rob Jones and Coppinger in terms of who's been winning the headers today. And now Cottrell finds Spur on the overlap again, and Spur couldn't get the whip on the ball. Oh, I didn't say deflection, sorry. I thought he hit it better than it looked to. And Rovers have another chance for a whipping from Cottrell. And so far what seems to be working from these corners is whip and pace to the back post.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to take one of these chances soon. Though it's sort of turning to one of them games where you just get a feeling that Swindon could just go down the other end and nick one. And
it's almost, if it were Rovers, you'd expect us to win it if we were Swindon, the way it's going. The corner is in by Cottrell, it's more stood up, but it is towards the back post, and McComb wins his header, and Jamie McComb gets the goal, and Doncaster Rovers get a 1-goal lead on it, 79 minutes, and Jamie McComb, I said whip it to the back post. That's what Cottrell did. That's been Rovers' biggest threat in the last 15 minutes. Jamie McComb does fantastic with a header, puts it into the top corner, and Rovers get that lead that they deserve. And now if they hold on, it could be a crucial 3 points coming for Rovers against the Swindon side that were looking for automatic promotion but haven't offered anything. And I'd expect Swindon to be making a change almost immediately on their bench, because they've offered nothing as an attack. There's 2 players stripping off to come on, so that could be a whole new dimension defensively for Rovers. But they're leading this game with 10 minutes to go plus added on time, and it's exactly what they deserve. And I'll go to Chris in a moment, but he's just on Twitter at the minute, and I'll just go through it again. Jamie McComb, the Rovers centre-back, is the man with a goal.
As the match sponsor on the match, and I've got to Chris Brown, you can hardly argue. Well, then again, you can't really argue against any of them being man of the match, really.
That's the problem. Yeah, I'm not saying he shouldn't get it, I just think there's a few that could have as well.
With a minute left, we'll go through who could be up for it. I think Andy Griffin again has been fantastic right back. Obviously Jamie McComb with a goal. The second half of the free kick's taken by Cottrell into the feet of Coppinger. Cottrell on the edge of the box. Is he going to have a shot? He does. It dipped late, but it is high and wide. It's high and wide,
but at one point it's going way over, and it just dipped a little bit, which got me a little bit excited. And I'll just say, I think Cottrell's played very well as well. But anyway, Cottrell comes across, and he wanted to put it in the stands, but he's given Swindon one last chance with a throw-in outside the Rovers half here on the left-hand side where we are in the press box. But the referee's not going to allow it, and Doncaster Rovers get a crucial 1-0 win. A fantastic performance, as good as we've seen here at the Keepmoat, probably in terms of controlling the game, in terms of ensuring they get a win. A clean sheet, everything he deserved. McComb for me, man of the match. He didn't get it, and Brown did. All the fans applauded Brown when he came off, so they probably agreed. But it's Doncaster Rovers 1, Swindon Town 0. And well, Rovers have won a game when they're on telly as well.
Yes, finally, after a while of poor performance on Sky, we've finally won a game, and what a performance. It was a fantastic performance from those guys. That was the performance of a team that's top of the league.